So I've been curious, honestly. How was it like for you getting married to Sheye? She was out there. How was it for you as a man?
The first one is imposter syndrome. Like you are here because of your wife. Like there are certain they may usher you to the front to sit in front of a pastor, and then something in you just tells you you're only here because of your wife. You're only here, and I'll tell myself no. I had to learn to talk to myself. No, I am here because God has been preparing me to be here. I am also worthy of this stage. I am worthy of this lady. God would not give me something if He does not know that He has given me the capacity to nurture that thing.
Look who I have here.
Yes.
It is the handsome pastor, the anointed pastor, the fluent pastor, the researcher, Pastor Benjamin Agbo, the only husband to the wife called Pastor Sheye Agbo. He was son of his son is called Agbo.
Actually, that's the correct pronunciation. It's Agbo,
Agbo.
not Agbo.
Like that bitterness in here. It's my
I've suffered from that day since childhood. I've accepted this. I am medicinal. I may be bitter, but
so it's good to have you with me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice to be here.
Yeah, thank you. So just a quick run,
Sure.
because of time. So I've been curious, right? Because I knew she, right, before you got married to her. She was a pastor. I remember one time she had to use our church back then for her tour. That's how we really met physically. She was someone that I really admired then. Anyways, so I remember when she said she was going to get married to you. In fact, okay, I tried to even look for you one time on social media, but you were not there. I said, this guy is so on media. So I was like, wow. So I said, okay, fine. So I've been curious, honestly. When you guys got married, I wanted to ask this question. How was it like for you getting married to Sheye? She was out there, that kind of thing. Pastor, I think she was already doing her she was doing her private practice.
Yes, she was.
She was. And all of that, So how was it for you as a man? Even though you reside in the US, absolutely, but you see an African man,
I am.
Yeah, and all of that. So how was it for you, getting married to that kind of lady?
Pastor Sheye, when I got to know her, I highlighted all the things that she was, container, won this award, private practice, consulting, ministry, being a associate pastor, just so much that she was doing. So the first thing is that I am very hard to intimidate.
That's nice.
The reason is that I am confident in where God is with me at. I know that I am where I'm supposed to be. I don't necessarily associate the fame as God's indication of, okay, now, you're out there yet and that's it. I just had a feeling that I am also in my own process of making. God may have not taken me out there, doesn't mean that I'm not with the Lord. So I had no sense of insecurity whatsoever. That's the truth. When we now got married, it now became more real because the platform was now exposed to me, and the treatment of people, the expectations of people, and the pressure to want to show that you deserve to be married to such kind of a person now kicked in.
Wow.
But at that onset, I was taking it as a pride for me, like, hey, she's a big fish, I'm a big fisherman kind of thing, that I'm the one that is worthy to marry her. And the truth is that I've had some form of expression of ministry behind the scenes. I got an instruction from the Lord, don't put anything out there. So there are times that, you're reading the Bible and you get a revelation, it's so strong, and I want to just share with someone. There's no one. I'll record on my phone, and it'll be on my phone till that phone will get spoiled. Nobody will hear it because I got an express instruction. So she did not even know that I could teach. She didn't know that I knew anything about the Bible. I was just a brother. But I knew that, even though she was a pastor, to the glory of, in my humble opinion, that God has given me something also that can contribute to the body of Christ. So even though she was doing ministry, I knew that, okay, I could help. I had something in God that I could contribute to what she was doing. And in our own business, God has given me a mind. I can scale things up. I can, tell you the future of something. And if you listen to me, you will get there. So before we got married, before I even got to know her, I was learning about how to do physical therapy thing just by the side. So when she was asking what's your vision in the future, you know how those early stage,
Yeah.
what is your
The exciting stage.
the exciting
That questions.
those questions she was asking me, and then I said I see myself owning something like a gym. She was just quiet. It was like more like, there's a lot of alignment there. So, but I had been doing my own thing because people just think that I was nobody. But the truth is that I wasn't nobody. The truth is that I've been doing things silently. It's like I've been growing, but not on the spotlight. And so when she came into the picture, it was more amazing for her that she knew that, okay, this guy is something. I'll tell you something. There was a time where she reached out to my people in Abuja. She reached out to a lady that works in the US Embassy in Abuja just to get more feel of who I am from someone that is not related to me by blood. Someone that would be very objective. And the woman now made her feel that she was the one lucky to want to marry me. That's when she now realized that, oh, okay, he may not be out there, but definitely the people around him, they know that this guy has the potential for. So that's why I wasn't up there. Didn't mean that
you were not there.
I was actively grooming myself and growing. So when we came together, it was easy for us to just push forward. It wasn't that she was dragging me. It wasn't that. No, it was something that I was doing in secret. It was just time now to put myself out there. And it wasn't like, it was now beautifully a side-by-side thing where I could represent her in some of her meetings. There was a time when, the prayer she used to take, I would take the prayer, and it wasn't like, oh God, the difference is so obvious. Like, no, it was. So many people didn't know me, but when they get to hear me or get to come close to me, they'll be like, okay, we understand why she said yes to him now.
And I think something very striking from what I can draw from what you have said is, first of all, you were a believer.
Yes.
Two, you accepted where you were.
Yes.
Because I think the problem with competition and bringing out your one's ego is having the inability not to accept this is you, this is where you are, and then you begin to struggle. That's why competition comes in a lot of time. But then also, let's come back to the marriage.
Sure.
You mentioned something very striking as well. You said yes, it became real to you when you guys got married. People's attitude, a lot of stuff. So how were you able to deal with it? Of course, you're still married. 4 years.
Yes,
married.
yeah.
4 years married. So in these 4 years, how have you been able to deal with,
The first one is imposter syndrome. Like you are here because of your wife. Like they are certain they may usher you to the front to sit in front of a pastor, and then something in you just tells you you're only here because of your wife. You're only here, and I'll tell myself no. I had to learn to talk to myself. No, I am here because God has been preparing me to be here. I am also worthy of this stage. I am worthy of this lady. All that she has, God would not give me something if He does not know that He has given me the capacity to nurture that thing. I had to, because it was an inner voice that, oh, you're here. I had to tell myself. So there's one voice from within, and obviously voices from outside. People that will be looking at you, we greet you, so but with a voice of condescension that you're only here because of her. Now, those people, I had nothing to prove. When the first time I taught in the Dunamis ministry, I taught them on something called eschatology. They didn't understand. That's when they realized that, oh, okay. And honestly speaking, I wasn't trying. I think God was being strategic. I wasn't trying to make them not understand. I had told her that I will not fall under the pressure of trying to prove a point that I can teach. So I will quote this, quote that. I wasn't doing anything. But the topic on ground was to teach on the end time. And I had learned a lot. I'd listened to Gideon Odoma very well. So I taught on eschatology, and that's when most of them started to realize that, oh, okay, he's not just a figurehead that married the woman that we came to learn ministry under. He is also a worthy person that we can learn from. And when you pray for them, they get healed. You speak over them. When things started to happen, then I started to accept that he's not just the husband to our pastor, he's also our pastor.
He's anointed.
I did not try to impress you. I knew when the time is right, they would discern. I knew the time. So the outward thing, I didn't do anything. I just continued being who I was. When there's a platform to teach, I will teach. If they like, they listen. If they like, they don't listen. Those that are older than me, nonetheless, I will teach. I will do what I need to do and left the rest to them. If they eventually catch up, It's on them if they don't.
This is really very interesting, and it's really something great to learn, especially for men. But I want to say this: some men say that it's the character of my wife that makes me feel secure. No, this kind of statement. For example, maybe your wife, maybe there's a way she just kind of advises you because she's probably more exposed in that area, and you feel intimidated, right? And then for some men, they'll be like, she shouldn't have said it like this.
I understand.
Were there moments like that where probably Pastor Shay may mention some things and you want to like, is it because that kind of thing? Did you have to voice it out to her? Did you ever feel that way? Right? And if you felt out, did you have to voice it to her in marriage, or did you have to talk to yourself? How did you do it?
Absolutely. The truth is that we're humans. And when you use this statement, the truth is that we are humans. And there are times where there are things that she has an opinion of, that something within you would just want to say. And most times that thing within you, it's not necessarily your own thoughts. Satan can actually try to suggest something to you so that you can just entertain it, and before you know, it becomes your thoughts, and then outwardly people will see it on the outside. For me, there are times that I'm like, I know she's more exposed. Honestly, this is the truth. I told myself there is a grace that she has. I need to honor her beyond just being my wife as a pastor. When she wears the hat of a...
This is
yes,
profound.
I had to.
Wow.
In fact, I stopped editing her books. The reason was that I don't want to be reading the book with an eye of an editor. I want to be reading the book as I would be reading Kenneth Hagin's book, expecting to be blessed. Because she is not just my wife. So whenever I tell you, my wife has her tastes. There's a way she likes things to be done. Everyone that knows her knows this. And so when we got married, put the camera like this, turn it like this, move it higher, move it backward, do this, that. And guess what? I was telling myself, my pastor is telling me to do this. My pastor is telling me, just like I would react. This is what I told myself. If you were privileged to record a video for, let's say, Bishop David Oyedepo, you were privileged to be on the camera, how would you react? Treat her that way.
So wait, how? This is not. It can't be human. I'm telling you. Even me, like, I mean, interviewing you, having this conversation with you, I'm like, wow, a lot of men need to watch this. But how did you get here?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Of course, this is not just me arriving. God has had to deal with a lot of aspects in me in the past. And this is the part where I wasn't, the fact that I wasn't on the outside didn't mean God was not working within me. That's the truth. That's the simple truth. There's a book I read called Becoming Like Jesus.
Becoming Like Jesus. Please, the author, please.
By Billy Akani.
Billy Akani, Becoming Like Jesus. So tell us about
that book talked about the self-nature.
Self-nature.
And how we can learn to deny ourselves. As if God was seeing the future. So the more I read that book, I've read that book like 4 times. It helped me to just see the helpless state of the flesh and how to put it down. And so, for example, when I came to the US, because I stay in the US, I told myself that the love of God in my heart is going to rise so high that any hate people throw at me will be absorbed. That I cannot be in offense. So when people try to do...
This is a part where we speak in tongues. Like, I'm serious, this is really heavy. Let's continue.
So when people try to do racist things to you, honestly speaking, I smiled. Because God had helped me. Because there's a part when by practice, you learn to discern. You practice. When people will throw things at you, you say, no, it's a school. I'm learning something. Like God will bring roommates that will not wash the plates. God will bring roommates that don't wash the bathroom. All of this, I was saying, what I told myself that God is preparing me for something, I'm learning. What if my wife is the best woman out there, but the only fault that she can't wash plates? Would that be the reason why the marriage will not work? So when my roommate was not washing plates, I didn't see it as a means to fight them and insist on our rights. I saw it as an experience to learn one more thing for my future. So for me saying, I'll do this, I'll do that, honestly speaking, I have been learning how to do that through the people God placed around me. Honestly, roommates, there was one that said he assumed the water he used to bathe already washed the bathroom. So there's no need washing the bathroom. So what I was washing the bathroom every Saturday, I just told myself, instead of fighting or arguing, so I was learning to live with someone, which is an art. So when my wife came into the picture, honestly speaking, it was rather easy.
It didn't
Now,
look like
it
a
didn't look
different
like
gender.
it didn't look like that.
Mm.
As a human, there are times where your humanity wants to shoot up. But the truth is that what God did on the cross is powerful enough to quiet that voice. It is the truth. I had accepted that and I still accept that when people say we are humans, I'm saying, yeah, it's true, but more than that, we are not recreated humans. And so that reality, I just told
Galatians
myself,
5 and 6.
I will not, yes, I will not allow that nature. So I will do, and sometimes it may be on my face. It may be on my countenance that I'm not happy because I'm stressed. Do this, do that. But nonetheless, I told myself my face will catch up with what I've told myself within.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Benjamin, this is I'm not even kidding right now. Like this is power. If not for time, we would have just continued. Like this is wow. I'm blessed. Honestly, like wow. So it takes a lot of working with the spirit for you to get here, because really we are humans.
We're humans.
You know, sometimes you see some things and an inner voice will want to say, is it because, and all of that, and then wow, this is powerful. So because of time, we'll have continued, but I wanted to give a piece of advice to two people. Now, for the first part is a single person, a single man out there that maybe God has told that man, maybe even God, maybe he has feelings for a particular lady that is out there, that is powerful, or God may have revealed what he's feeling intimidated. Oh, I see. Like that. Then the other part is now, you get married to this kind of person. You're in marriage with a person who is out there, somebody that's visible, somebody that's like, everybody comes and like, hey, madam, they can't even kneel down and greet your wife and all that. What is the advice you want to give to these two different category of men?
Interesting.
Single man and then the married.
Let me start with the people that are single.
The men that are single.
You're admiring a lady that is powerful and is up there and is doing amazing things, has more money than you, maybe even older than you, whatever the case may be. Now, I want you to see this way. A good woman is a crown on the head of her husband. He is a kingmaker. The brighter she shines, the bigger your kingship is. That's it. So all she has eventually will lead to your status being elevated. Proverbs 31 woman, the Bible says he will not be ashamed when he stands with the people at the gate, because she is excellent, because people admire her. He is the one that gets the praise among the elders at the gate. And so if the woman is already advancing, honestly speaking, it's a crown to your head. Because a woman comes under a submissive role by God's design. So it's God saying this woman, all her equipment, everything she has will eventually be to your account. So the same, don't be intimidated. And if God is not a God that starts something without counting the cost. And so he has placed in you that capacity to nurture that great thing that you're seeing. Don't be intimidated. Think about how to give her the wings to even soar higher, to go the distance. There's no gender in the spirit realm.
There's no gender. Say it loud.
There is no gender in God's agenda.
There's no gender in God's agenda.
There is no